Over centuries, the nature has inspired the Indian weavers, artisans, and painters to create amazing piece of art. The artisans have been honing their skills for generations. Their creative contribution has glorified the Indian culture. They have contributed immensely to the economic prosperity of the country. Their sincerity and devotion let survive many handicraft traditions across the country. They work silently to continue the craft tradition. The handicraft tradition in India have existed since the Vedic time. Archaeological findings establish the fact. The ancient art of weaving. The Indian kings and monarchs were the great patrons of art and architecture. Indian art and craft traditions thrived under the patronage of those great kings. Between the 3rd century BC and the 18th century AD, the Indian artisans had built magnificent temples, monuments, and palaces across the country. They have glorified the Indian heritage and immensely contributed to the growth of tourism sector. They made India beautiful with their artistic creation. The handicrafts preserved in the museums show that the artisans have reached the height of excellence. Handicrafts like ivory craft and handloom clothes were the most sought after objects in the foreign countries. Pliny, the Roman author, noted in the 1st century AD that India was draining Rome of its gold in exchange of their handicrafts. In fact, the Indian art objects were more precious than gold. The classic Patachitra of Odisha. In the 1st century AD, Pliny the Elder, he was a Roman author, a official chronicler. He has recorded Indian traders are taking away the gold from Roman Empire in exchange of their handicrafts. In fact, the quality of Indian handicrafts was more precious than gold. These handicrafts were exported to different countries because of its quality, because of its artistry, the artwork. The Indian artisans continue to keep the craft traditions alive with hard work and devotion, but they don't get the profit margin they always deserve. A genuine Kashmiri carpet sells at rupees 10 to 14 lakhs in big cities. The beautiful papier-mâché work of Kashmir. Skilled artisans instill life into the paintings. The demand of papier-mâché work is very high in the global market. The government should provide adequate raw materials to the artisans. Natural colors should be made available to the paper mache workers. Quality silk and cotton and wood for making the looms should be available for the artisans so that they will keep the tradition alive.
The stone artisans of Ramadugu village of Telangana make idols of gods and goddesses. Though they make beautiful idols, they can't market it on their own. The majority of them work for traders and middlemen on wage basis. The artisan earns rupees 300 to 400 rupees per day.
The artisans, with their hard work, with their imagination and creativity, they instill life into stone. So those items are very popular both in domestic and foreign market. Unfortunately, the artisans who add high value to the products and make it a export items, they get very less price. Hardly they get 200 to 400 rupees per day. The young generation of stone artisans are not interested in this profession. They have seen their parents struggling throughout their life for a meager amount. So they want to switch over to other profession. Many have already switched over to other profession.
The weavers of Nalgonda weave silk sarees which are sold at rupees 45,000 to rupees 75,000 depending on the quality. They add high value to the products. No industry can match the value addition made by the weavers. But the weavers hardly get rupees 500 per day.
मटेरियल का खर्चा हो जाएगा, कलर का खर्चा हो जाएगा, उसके बाद मतलब दूसरा जो काम करता है उसका भी खर्चा निकलने का। एक आदमी मतलब ये ऐसा वीविंग करता है उसको पर डे 500 कुछ मिलता है।
अब ये काम करा तो अच्छा नहीं था बोल के 2 बेटे की शादी कर दिया और बेड़ा भी कर दिया और बेड़ा भी इसमें लगाओ बोले तो नहीं, बहुत कर रहे हैं और होशियार ऐसा वाला मगर नहीं होता। अब करने का यूथ नहीं कर रहे, वो पूरा बड़े बड़े सेठ लोग कर रहे हैं, वो हम क्या कहाँ से करेंगे? ये तो हमारे कूली बोलते हैं इसको, मजदूरी।
The traders who have amassed wealth by selling quality handloom products, they should think that they are killing the hen which lays golden eggs. So they should keep the tradition alive, keep the handicraft skills alive.
Those handloom weavers of Adilabad make cotton sarees, bed sheets, towels, dhoti and a variety of utility items. After working from 10 am to 5 pm, they get rupees 150 to 200 rupees per day. Many of the weavers are above 70 years and they have no other income source. After them, the weaving tradition will end. Low wage scares away the young generations of weavers. Cotton clothes have high demand world over. The sector needs honest, efficient and committed people who can revive the weaving tradition.
Those products, these cotton products, the cotton items have very good domestic and export demand. But unfortunately, those artisans they get hardly 200 rupees per day. Even if many of them don't get even 200 rupees per day after working from 10 to 5, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the evening. So most of them are old, many are above 70 years, but they work hard and continue to produce those items.
The clay artisans of Cuttack once made clay art famous both in and outside the state. Today, they are at the crossroad. The young generation are not showing interest in this work due to low income.
आज परिश्रम अधिका पैसा कम दिन राति खटिया पड़ो तापर एकला काम जो बाहर पिला आनिकी जड़े दी जन रखिले जाइए काम करिवो दब पैसा दब मजूरी दब खाइबे पीबे रहिबे से दरमा हिसाब रे नेबे मासको 10,000 15,000
ସେତେବେଳେ ସାଧନା କରୁଥିଲେ ଅବିକା ପିଲାମାନେ ଯେତେ ସାଧନା କରିବାକୁ ରାଜି ନୁହଁ ଅବିକା ପରିବାର ଚଳାଇବା ପାଇଁ ମାନେ ଲୋକଙ୍କର କି ପିଲାଙ୍କର ହେଉଛି ସେଟା ଅଧିକା କେମିତି କାମ କରିବି ମୋ ପରିବାର ଚଳିବ ପରିବାର ଚଳୁଥିଲେ କିନ୍ତୁ କାମଟାକୁ ଦେଖୁଥିଲେ କେମିତି ଭଲ ହେବ ସାଧନା ଶକ୍ତି କଲା ଶିଖିବା ଶକ୍ତି କଲା ଅବିକା ଶିଖିବା ଶକ୍ତି.
They are the last generation of clay artisans who struggle to let the clay art survive. But the future of the clay art is uncertain.
The city has many rich handicraft traditions. Clay work is one of them. The clay artists of Cuttack have been doing this clay work for many centuries. So they have developed the skills, imagination and creativity to create amazing piece of art. Cuttack was the cultural capital of Orissa. And so many festivals local people organized in the city. During the festivals, these artisans, the clay artisans, they make idols of God. They will recreate interesting episodes from the Purana, the Ramayana, the Mahabharata, and these are the amazing pieces. And people from far off places, from different states, from different parts of Orissa, they come to Cuttack to see the exclusiveness of the Cuttack clay work. It was the main attraction of the festivals celebrated in Cuttack city. People come to see the clay work and different type of models, these demons, kings, gods and goddesses, animals, birds, prehistoric animals. They make it with amazing accuracy, with all details, and these artisans have made this, have glorified the city. Unfortunately, today they don't get the social recognition. They don't get the ways the profit they deserve. The majority of them earn an average 400 rupees per day. Different sahis of Cuttack, different localities of Cuttack, they are called sahis. They don't pay for the clay work, and they pay very less, and they spend more on DJ, music, decoration, light, and feast. Those expenditures are more. And the poor artisans, they don't get the price which will encourage them to create the glorious pieces of art.
The artisans of Nimble in Telangana have been making the toys for more than 400 years. The toys are famous as Nimble toys. They are the last generation of Nimble toy makers whose daily income doesn't exceed rupees 500. They work for State Handicraft Marketing Agency. The agency markets the products. Nimble toys have huge demand in domestic and foreign market. Low wage seldom encourage the young artisan to come to this profession. The day is not far where the famous craft tradition will come to an end.
तो ये निर्मल में 200 आदमी वो लेडीज एंड जेंट्स बोले तो 250 आदमी रहता। हमारा पिताजी का एक दफा हो गए, हमारा एक दफा हो रहा, हमारा बच्चा आता कि नहीं आता कि मालूम नहीं, हम भी थोड़ा ये चला गया पूरा आदमी 200 आदमी से 250 से 100 हो गए, 100 से 50 आ गए, 50 से और किधर आते कि क्या है कि मालूम नहीं।
The biggest problem for the toy makers of Nimble is marketing and the low wage. Most of them, they get not more than 500 rupees, an average 500 rupees per day. The paniki wood which is being used to make these toys, these different idols of gods and goddesses, animals and birds, they don't get the paniki woods freely because the government has banned the entry of people in the forest and the collection of paniki woods for handicrafts. It is very essential for the artisans, they should get enough supply of paniki woods and they should get bank loans, they should get subsidy and all kinds of government support to make this handicraft tradition alive.
The artisans of Warangal make good quality carpets. Some of those carpets are of export quality. The weaving tradition can generate income and employment on a sustainable basis.
This is the total handmade item. It will be making with the weavers of the Warangal. It is the art of an interlock weaving. This art is very famous in all over world also. This work is now it is decreasing. Why? Because this type of techniques weaver are growing low in our place. Why? Because the wages of the weavers will coming low price. On that the reason weavers are not coming into the weaving sector. This type of production the weaver getting to 200 to 250 rupees. Now, when this is export quality, then now that market demand also there, but the production is coming low. It can be export in outstates also. We total in Italy, Germany, England, and Malaysia, Singapore like states.
The Madhubani paintings of Bihar engage nearly 6,000 artisans in the villages. Both men and women members of the families make Madhubani paintings. This has become a part of their culture. Some of the artisans have developed higher skills to paint complex subjects which have high demand in the market.
जी एक्चुअली कारीगर जो है सर पहले के समय में सिर्फ लेडीज़ बनाती थी, अब ऐसी बात नहीं है, अब लेडीज़ जेंट्स बच्चा सभी बनाते हैं। ये हम लोग का ट्रेडिशनल आर्ट है और इसको देखिए सर अभी फिलहाल 5-6 हज़ार कारीगर्स हैं और उनको एक्चुअली सही प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं मिलने के कारण बहुत से मटेरियल्स तैयार हैं लेकिन उनको सही प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं मिलता है जिसको हम बाज़ार में अच्छे कीमत में बेच सकते हैं। इसलिए हमारा यही अनुरोध है, जो भी आर्टिस्ट हैं उनको कहीं अच्छा मार्केटिंग मिले, अच्छा प्लेस हो जहाँ हम जाकर के अपना सामान को एडवर्टाइज करें, बेच सकें, जिससे सब कारीगर से लेकर के और जितने भी हैं लोग सब लाभान्वित हो। ये हम
Some of the artisans are able to visit different states. They attend handicrafts mela. They sell their products in festivals and handicrafts mela. It is very essential to identify genuine artisans, genuine painters, and invite them to the festivals and melas across the country.
The famous applique work of Odisha. The artisans of People-5 make this craft. Quality applique items are being exported to different countries.
जगन्नाथ टेम्पल पे होती है जो आपका रथ यात्रा का टाइम है। तो जब रथ यात्रा के समय में जो भी काम बनती है वो पिपली के सारे कारीगर लोग हम लोग भी जाकर उसको बनाते हैं। उस पर ज़्यादा कढ़ाई की काम होती है, टोटल जो काम होती है सबके हाथ की काम होती है। सर ये तो हम लोग जितने लाए हैं ये तो हर जगह हर स्टेट पे ऐसे ही जाते हैं, वहाँ पे सामान की बहुत डिमांड होती है, ये भी चलता है। और इसके ऊपर में ज़्यादा हम लोग के क्या होते हैं, गांव के लोग काम करते हैं, इससे जो भी मेहनत मजदूरी करते हैं वो अपने परिवार को चलाते हैं। और ये जो है गांव के जो गरीब मेंटेनेंस लोग होते हैं उसी पे हम लोग इसको क्या करते हैं, उन्हीं लोगों से इसको बनाते हैं। और ऐसे ही एक एक मेला में आकर वहाँ पे हम लोग सेल करते हैं और कुछ जो भी प्रॉफिट मिलता है उन लोगों में इसको हम लोग देते हैं। हम लोग ज़्यादा पुरानी काम अगर करते हैं, जिस तरह पुराने ज़माने में चलती थी, अगर उसको करते हैं तो लोग क्या करेंगे, ज़्यादा पेमेंट नहीं दे पाएंगे, क्योंकि मजदूरी जो इंसान का होता है, ये काम करने में अगर 5 दिन लगती है तो उस 5 दिन की मजदूरी उस पर नहीं मिलेगी। इसीलिए वो लोग क्या करते हैं, जितना आसान और हल्का काम होता है उतना करके बेचना चाहते हैं।
The kings of Puri, they had allocated a village called People-5 to the artisans. They belong to Muslim community. They are called darjis. They used to make items for the rituals held in the Jagannath temple of Puri. They made flags, banners, canopies, and they used to decorate the chariots of Lord Jagannath, Balabhadra and Subhadra with applique work. By doing this work for generations, it has become an excellent art form, and it started people from other communities, Hindus and other communities. They started making applique work. For the stitch work, there are more than 60 varieties of stitcheries which were combined to make this art beautiful. Those stitcheries, those stitching patterns are not found now. Only 35 stitching patterns are there. Because this market for good quality applique work is very less. You will not find enough buyers for this good quality applique work. Here this government marketing agencies, the handicraft promoting agencies and traders, they should focus on the quality of applique work.
Northeast India is the treasure trove of eco-friendly economic activities. Thousands of artisans have developed the skills of making beautiful utility and decorative items from bamboos. It can create income and employment for thousands of villagers. But low wage is a big problem.
handicraft is qualification. Bamboo furniture बनता है, light, hanging light, उसके बाद baskets, उसके बाद flower vase, money plant, फिर चूड़ी bangles, clip, craft, hair mug होता है, next machine होता है.
The bustling old city of Hyderabad. The famous lacquer bangles are sold here. The colors and sparkles of those bangles attract customers from all over India. Those items are beautiful and favorite to women. The artisan is making the bangles. They use simple tools to make the bangles.
The biggest problems the bangle makers of Hyderabad face is the supply of raw materials. Earlier they used to get lacs from Rajasthan. They used to get these stones from Rajasthan and different parts of the North India. But now those things are not available. So they are getting lacs and these stones from China, cheaper quality stones, and lac quality also is very cheap. This quality need to be maintained. So the lac quality and stone quality, those things has to be maintained. Those things should be made available to the bangle makers.
The artisans of Odisha make variety of utility and decorative items from wild grass called golden grass. Fine golden grass work has high demand in domestic and foreign market. Thousands of artisans from different parts of Odisha make attractive utility items which serve the decorative purpose. Despite demand in the market, the golden grass work doesn't give much income to artisans. The craft traders should pass on the profit margin to the artisans. The craft tradition should not end due to low wage. The world famous Pashmina shawl. The minimum price is rupees 6,000. The weavers work hard to keep the tradition alive. But low wage threatens the weaving tradition.
जो पलायन होगी वो एक दिन मेट निकलेगी.
हाँ।
डिजाइन जो हल्का होगा वो भी निकलेगा एक दिन में,
हाँ हाँ हाँ
जो भारी होगा किसी में 2 दिन भी लगेंगे, 3 भी लगेंगे,
हाँ, हाँ।
15 दिन भी लगते हैं, महीना भी लगता है किसी शॉल
हाँ, हाँ।
में।
जो क्लासिकल पैटर्न्स है ना,
हाँ,
जैसे आप इसमें देख रहे हैं, जैसे ये टिपिकल
हाँ।
पैटर्न का शॉल है।
हाँ हाँ
जो ये वाला है सर, ये वाला जैसे कुछ जो पुराने कारीगर है ना सर, वही तैयार करते हैं इस प्रोडक्ट को।
हाँ हाँ।
जो जैसे नए कारीगर होते हैं उनको नया सस्ता पैटर्न ही चलता है।
पश्चिमी सल का कितना कारीगर है?
पश्मीना के सर जैसे ऐसे तो जैसे पूरा एरिया ये जो बशौली गांव है वो पूरा ही उसको तैयार करता है।
हाँ हाँ।
हाँ जी।
The Dhokra artisans of Adilabad make exotic Dhokra craft. They have developed the skills for several generations. Dhokra craft is very popular both in Indian and foreign craft bazaars. The fine quality of Dhokra crafts are found in different museums. The skills of making artistic items are now limited to a few artisans. Senior artisans can make excellent artistic items.
Artisans from Adilabad, Adilabad of Telangana, Mayurbhanj, Dhenkanal of Odisha, and many parts of Chhattisgarh, in the tribal districts of Chhattisgarh, they make this magnificent dhokra craft. It requires lots of skill and imagination to create dhokra craft. The artisans add very high value to these products, and this is one of the most popular export items of India. They sell their products in village mela, in village market, village bazaar. They carry the items and sell it there. Some senior artisans they get order from state governments, from different agencies. But again the problem is there, they get very low wage. They may not continue, their interest may not continue in this profession because of the low income, and this future of this dhokra craft also is very uncertain. The young generation are not taking interest in making this dhokra craft because of drudgery and low income. Unless the artisans get minimum 1200 to 1500 rupees per day, they will not take interest in this craft. And the genuine artisans should be invited to different handicraft melas which are being organized in the country. And these traders should understand that if the artisans survive, their business also will survive, and they should pass on the profit to the artisans, so that they will take interest in making this craft. Now the quality of dhokra craft has deteriorated. The quality made some 50 years back are not seen. The artwork, the artistry, the intricate designs, these things are missing nowadays.
The artisans have made India a beautiful place to live. They have created a rich diversity of art and architecture across the country. Today, the artisans are at the crossroad. The kings and nobles who recognize their art are gone. The nature which has inspired the artisans to create is now replaced by lifeless concrete jungle. The world has changed for the artisans. But the fast changing world has not deterred them from making the world beautiful for us.